Hey everybody, this is Bryan Brisson, and I'm back with another edition of Best NFL Best Bets presented by the Typical Sports Fan. This is going to be Week 9. We're already over halfway through the NFL season. Pretty much the divisions are starting to shape out. Everything's starting to get rolling. I just watched the San Francisco and the Raiders. Why is John Gruden a coach? I'm not going to get into that. That's not really my business. I'll let our Raiders writers deal with that. So I'd say we had two fairly bad beats last week. That would have swung us from 2-3 to 4-1. The Kansas City Denver game was at 50 points for about 13 minutes in the fourth quarter. A Harrison Butker missed extra point would have hit us the over at 53.5 and would have pushed people who bet it game day at 54. But, Andy Reid does Andy Reid things and punted on the 32-yard line, was it? It would have been a 42-yard field goal. He punted. But, okay. Understandable. Especially since that is not the worst thing that happened to me on Sunday. I can't be upset about it. Washington, I was on the right side of that. Just something I'm going to say. If your sports book has fourth quarter betting, start looking at the Giants, whatever their number is in the fourth quarter, because apparently they can't score the rest of the game, but they put up points in the fourth quarter. Again, second week in a row. Cleveland +8. Really, that was our only bad actual loss, not where it was somebody's decision making cost us that loss. It was bad. I was on the wrong side of that one. New England at Buffalo -14. Told you guys it was going to be a snooze fest. It was. Patriots 25, Buffalo I think it was 6. That game, I think the score was 9-6 going into the fourth quarter. Not very good for either team. Like I said in my blog, it's going to be a snooze fest. Find something better to do on Monday night. I hope you did. I'm not going to spend too long about this because this is my 5th time trying to make this video while talking about this. So I'm just going to say it. We lost the Rams bet because of Todd Gurley. Leave it at that. It was a $60 million swing in Vegas just because he decides to fall down on the 2-yard line. But, happens. It's gambling. It's life. Some people don't care. Live and learn, right? Now into my picks for this week. I have a smaller slate, only 4 games. If you've watched this show pretty much the past 9 weeks, you could probably guess by yourself what my picks are going to be. I'll start from the 8:30 game and work my way backwards because I think this is going to be the first 2 games I'm going to talk about are going to be the best games of the day. Green Bay, New England. It's going to be a shootout between 2 of the best of all time. You have arguably the most talented quarterback of all time, but he's also one of the more selfish quarterbacks of all time. And then you have the person who gets rings year after year after year and always takes a pay cut to help, surround himself with talent, because the quarterback can't do it by himself. This isn't the NBA where you can get the best player in the league and you're automatically going to at least your conference finals. Now, it kind of feels like the Patriots automatically go to the conference finals. Or the conference championship. My fault. Still is on my basketball reference. It feels like that. It's kind of true, but hey, they don't win them all. They try their best, and they field a very good team every year. Consistency. But our pick on the game is over 57. I don't like. I think 57 is way too small for this game. The Patriots don't play defense. You might be thinking, oh, but Brian, the Patriots only allowed 6 points or 9 points, whatever the number was last week. It's the Bills. It's the Bills. Derek Anderson's their quarterback. Like that's not like something that's an accomplishment. I would say like if I was the Patriots, Bill Belichick, I'm like, we allowed these guys to score at all. Granted, one was a 51-yard field goal. Great kick by Steven Hauschka, but it's kind of bad to let the Bills score. Green Bay had a great performance. Honestly, probably should have won the game if Ty Montgomery doesn't take that ball out of the end zone. I kind of wish he didn't. Even though I was on the wrong side, I would have been on. I was on the wrong side either way. I kind of wish he didn't, and I kind of wish, all 26 Rams fans that Todd Gurley was getting that win for, he just ripped out their hearts. That would have been phenomenal. Because I mean, that was an embarrassing performance in LA. In all honesty, what was it, like 90% Packers fans? At least St. Louis, they have people there, I guess. Probably not, but at least that's sad. Um, but over 57, Green Bay's got a very talented offensively. I think their defense is actually pretty good, but I think Bill Belichick, Josh McDaniels, Tom Brady are going to find a way to put up a lot of points, and this 57 should cover easily. I'll be writing about that game later this week and putting it up on the website. The next game I'm going to talk about is the very same Los Angeles Rams going to the New Orleans Saints. If you can't tell, I'm very happy because the New Orleans Saints are about to beat the Los Angeles Rams, and I am going to be so happy to see Todd Gurley cry like a little girl. Actually, he's a very talented football player, and he probably won't cry. I hope he does, but he probably won't. Reasoning behind this pick, honestly has nothing to do with the Rams. The Rams are a very talented team. I think the Saints at home are very dangerous, and they know if they win on Sunday and win out, very unlikely, not saying they will, but they win on Sunday and win out, and the Rams also win out, which that could happen. Guess what? The Saints get home field advantage. And that is the biggest thing come playoff time is home field advantage in either conference. Because you got to play in the home field. And the Superdome is such a home field advantage because of the crowd. Like, St. New Orleans plus 1.5. If you want to sprinkle the money line, I mean, it's going to be like plus 120, but that's still plus money. I actually think the line is going to go even more in the Rams' favor by game day. So if you want to wait, and I would take New Orleans at plus whatever the number becomes. Next pick is Washington -1 hosting the Falcons. One big thing that helped me make this pick was the addition of Clinton Dix to the Washington Redskins. I think he's a great player. I think he kind of didn't do too well last season, but this year, his expiring contract, he needs to show out. I think this is a great opportunity for him and the Redskins to, really solidify themselves in this league, because a lot of people don't respect them. And, they're the Redskins. Why should you respect them? But they're actually playing very well. and they are playing like a playoff team, in my opinion. They're running the ball well, they're playing very well defensively. So, put those two factors together. Do I think Alex Smith is the best quarterback? Do I think they have the best passing game? No. But I think a banged up Falcons defense and Alex Smith being a mostly competent quarterback, I think this game -1, no problem. I would take it as high as -3. Um, Last game of the week, probably my favorite bet of the week because it's the team I like to bet on the most. They're finally getting respect, the Chicago Bears, and the team I like to bet against the most, the Buffalo Bills. They're still not getting as disrespected as they should. Honestly, I think with the Bills, almost every spread should be like 14 points. So to me, -10.5 is a blessing. Um, I do believe the game is in Buffalo. That really doesn't matter. I think Chicago's defense should have no problem with Nathan Peterman at quarterback. I think Mitchell Trubisky's really starting to come into his own and prove he belongs in this league. And Matt Nagy's doing pretty well for himself. So Bears -10.5 is our final pick. And to go over the list, Bears -10.5, Washington -1, New Orleans +1.5, and New England over 57. And hopefully I'll see you guys next week after another winning weekend. Have a great weekend, fellas.